Hey guys, Romie Reviews here. Again, shout out to Mona Scott Young. She listened. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 5, Episode 3. We're on the third episode, and it's still doing everything that I need. Maybe not at the particular times that I needed it, but it comes through one way or the other, and I am proud. I am proud of Applewhite. Applewhite, she has... Lord Jesus, not only is she going to come back, they might give her like a title because she deserves it. Ask half these people, give her a title, give her studio time. I'm ready. I'm ready to support. I'm ready to stream. Let's go. I don't care what it is. Doing exactly what I... Okay. All right. This episode, what is it called? Does it really matter? Oh, separation anxiety. Okay. Okay. Safaree. Why you have to go and do that to your man? Safaree. So A1 is attempting to go at Safaree. I'm thinking that's not going to happen. Of course, security stops him in mid movement, mind you. A1's trying to duck. I said, A1, you're so slow and sluggish that I can read your movements before you even attempt to try to do the... Come on now. So we have A1 attempting to go after Safaree. Safaree is just like, hey, whatever's clever. Whatever's clever. I said, oh, Safaree, you did it. You did her. That's what really happened because Safaree, I can see what, but Safaree, that's your man. That is your guy, sir. I'm from New York. This man's right there. How can you do it? And then when Safaree decided to go and say, man, how is this pearl wearing shiny, glittery shoe, fingernail polished dude trying to come at me? He's trying to step to me for what? To do what? I said, Safaree, where is this coming from? Why couldn't we get this before? Oh, God. So Princess is doing the cast molding thing, and she has Paris there. And so Princess said, look, Sonia, she understands as the grandmother, but Brandy, she doesn't want to have anything to do with Brandy because Brandy is two-faced. And Paris has to go and say, wait a minute. You can't tell me Cinderella. You can't tell me Cinderella's two-faced. I just can't. The kid in me can't. I'm thinking, Paris, I love you so much. No, I love you so much. In comes Ray J. And Ray J needs to talk to his girl. So Paris leaves and says, Ray J's a real one. Come on, work it out. Then we have Ray J talking to to Princess. And he apologizes as he should. Princess says, I did not believe for a second that you were cheating. I just need to go and light fire under you. And we all knew that was the case. We all figured that was the real case. Now, it's weird. It's really weird because, again, we have this conundrum of Ray J wasn't for how Princess handled the whole family dynamics with his family. But that doesn't matter right now because we have to deal with something just as important. Princess was being a little naughty while Ray J was gone, and she had a negative interaction with Monique. The problem is Monique's got a chair. Ray J had that look of, oh Lord Jesus, really, we're going backwards again. Now again, I understand why Monique is upset. That was some really trash move. Sex tape, really trash. Trash. I'll always remember that, Princess. But a chair, Monique. Anyway, Brooke goes to the doctor. She's going to get a breast reduction. Fair enough. But then Brooke gets told that she has lumps. And she just has this look of, wait, that wasn't in the script. Like, that's not funny. That's serious. And he's like, there's multiple. And she's looking at him like, what? And we have to take those. Yeah, we don't know if they're cancerous or not. And I said, this is too much. This is too much. Let's move forward. While that happened, Lyrica meets up with her mother, and it didn't go the way that she planned. Lyrica's trying to talk to her mother and say that all these people are getting in A1's ear, and I'm so stressed out, and it's too much. You know what's too much? The mother said, wait a minute now, Safaree? Didn't you tell me that Safaree sent you, provocative picture before? I did not use that word. I did not use that word, Mom. So are you on K. Michelle's side? Are you K. Michelle right now? Are you K. Michelleing me right now, Mom? I'm thinking, Lyrica, you did this, didn't you? That's all I was thinking. You did this, didn't you? You did that, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you? Oh, Lord Jesus. Because the way how she was acting. So now, Mama Lyrica's going to have to go over there and deal with A1 and make sure that A1 knows that he needs to go and focus on his wife and trust his wife and listen only to his wife. Why would you listen to your wife if she's lying? Huh? Ray J, he still has his Raytronics, but now the brand is called Raycon Global. Raycon Global, I did see that deal. We know it's real. Now, what people don't understand is you don't get $31 million. It's an investment or evaluation. Part of that can be just brand recognition, marketing budget, sales, all of that stuff. When it comes to tech, I could easily sell thousands a year in tech if I was serious. Or tens of thousands. Thousands a year is really low. Tens of thousands without doing too much. Just with the initial investment, a minor brand, and I could do it. So Ray J with a big platform could definitely do real numbers. Definitely do real damage. But he's talked to his friend A1, who's still going through it with the baby mom. With Lyrica. And so then he goes and says that he confronted Safaree. Ray J's thinking, wait a minute. You trying to tell me nail polish, pearls, went after Safaree? Yeah, I don't believe that. I said, oh my God. A1, you need real friends. You need a whole set of friends because these right here are associates. These right here are associates. You just don't know. And Ray J talked about how Safaree, I was supposed to hang out with him, but he went MIA ever since a picture of him and the Safaree came out on the internet. Why Love and Hip Hop showed the picture? I said, wait a minute, what? So now we're doing, and then stayed up. I'm thinking, at first I was like, oh, and then I'm like, okay, Ray J's still talking. It's still what the? Obviously, it was. They put the eggplant. Oh, Jesus, this show's a mess. Now we get to Brooke. She's talking to Bridget, and now they're cool. Now they're copacetic. I'm not sure when this happened, but apparently it happened, which is good for Brooke because Brooke has to deal with a lot. Brooke is dealing with the stuff of Marcus, and she's getting the boob reduction. Now, they start off with the messiness. They start off with the, Lyrica was upset with me because I went and divulged some information that she was trying to keep on the low. And I know I wasn't being the best friend with that. But, it is what it is. Bridget says, oh, well, I can see why Lyrica, did whatever she potentially did and shows Brooke the picture. Mind you, Brooke took the phone to look at it in detail, smirk, look at it again, and then gave the phone back. I said, oh my God. so now Brooke is like, Lord Jesus, so the curve is real. I'm thinking, why am I even saying that? Apparently, Lyrica told Brooke about something wrapping around some leg, and I'm thinking, oh Lord, can we get done with this? But then she gets to the serious part. Bridget's still doing the tour with K. Michelle, but Brooke lets it be known that they found lumps, and she has to go in for testing, and it's a lot right now, and she's gonna have to rely on someone to help her out, and it can't be Bridget, because Bridget is working. She's doing her thing. Fizz is back, and now we get introduced to the super producer Rockstar. Now, I did hear his name before. I've heard his name before, so he's definitely official. The issue is Rockstar's personality. It's something. It's something. It's not good for TV. It's good for TV, but it's also not good for TV. It's definitely, he's not there to be likable or to be liked. He will be liked because some people love that. He's not even braggadocious. He's cocky. I wouldn't even call him arrogant because he has success. He has real success. A1 has real success as well, but Rockstar has a lot more and bigger success. That's what it is. He's cocky, and apparently he was working with Lyrica back in the day. They still work together. The thing is, A1 always came to studio sessions, and A1 wasn't A1. A1 was Floyd at the time, so Floyd had to wait down the hallway or do something else while Lyrica and Rockstar actually worked. And we get this vibe of it's going to be a problem later on. And in comes Applewhite. Applewhite was there to say hello. In comes Rockstar. Rockstar's a producer. Applewhite's an aspiring musician. Bridget hooks them up together. And Applewhite says the magical words that, well, I think Bridget might have even said it, that A1 is working with Applewhite. So Applewhite thinks it's kind of weird that this guy, even though she doesn't have, any accreditation under her belt, that this big producer wants to work with her. Red flags are just all over the place. And I'm sure she's used to being in a situation where men are like, oh yeah, I'll do this and that for you. And then it's for a whole nother reason. So she has her guard up, and I like her. She's smart, and she knows what she wants. She's not here to play this reality show game, because she is hungry, and she's hungry for real success, and she's going to win. She is going to win. However she's going to do it, whether it's music or something else, she is going to win. Because she is focused. She's stayed focused. She's made sure to tiptoe out of each and every situation that's messy. That's very rare on a show like this. A lot of people love the mess and entertain the mess instead of focusing on the real goal. Now, A1, apparently we're at A1 Lyrica's house. I said, oh, this house is hollow. The acoustics are crazy, which means that they don't have a lot of stuff in it. Now, again, that doesn't mean it is a bad thing, because you don't want to go and just spend. But anyway, his mother's there, so Pam is back, and we love a Pam. Pam is in this red onesie. This red onesie that it panned up from the ankle upwards. And I said, that's his mother. That is his mother. They're doing this like sexual pan up. I said, that's his mother. And then I said, production, you're not right. So Pam is doing a cornmeal mix, whatever it was. What matters is A1's talking to his mother. In comes Mama Lyrica. Mama Lyrica is doing the most. Mama Lyrica is doing the most because she's upset. She doesn't understand why A1 is listening to other people. A1's saying, have you heard what people are saying from multiple sources? Consistent stories? And it's not because they don't like my wife. And again, Mama Lyrica doesn't care. Mama Lyrica just feels like, you're supposed to be the husband. You're supposed to put her first. You're supposed to listen to her first. Honor her first. Well, is he supposed to do that when she did what she supposedly did? The conversation isn't going anywhere fast. A1 was actually being pretty respectful, at least from what we were seeing. Pam was over it because she wasn't about to have this woman that she doesn't really like talk down to her son. So she takes the cake batter and somehow hits no one else except for A1 with the cake batter. His own mama. And that's when Mama Lyrica decides, let me go and take this chair to hit her. I'm thinking, what is going on. So now she's being kicked out. Now he's kicking out his mother. Now his mother's saying F you. I said, what type of dysfunctional family mess do these people have themselves in? And that's why they're a mess themselves. That's why they're a mess themselves. Because they grow up in these environments where their parents turn up on the actual family. Where do they do that? Where do they do that? Where do they do that? Come on now. Him having to kick out his mom. He didn't curse out his mom, but he was like, you have to go. I'm thinking, oh, Lord Jesus, why are you kicking out your mother? Why are you kicking out your mother? Brooke invites Marcus to a park because she needs to tell him something. He said, if this has something to do with whatever the woman's name is, no. This has to do with the fact that I was getting the breast reduction. He was like, okay. And they found They found something like lumps? Yes. And so he's going to be there for her. She appreciates and loves him. I'm thinking, okay, so how long is this other woman going to stay in the picture now that we have to deal with a real not tragic, but a real situation? Okay, that was cool. Oh, that was filler. Now we're getting to the real stuff. Apple Watts. She's here in the studio. She's ecstatic. She goes and spits a couple of arts to Rockstar, and he said, okay, I can actually work with this. It's kind of rough, but this can work. And he's talking about his credentials, but then he starts talking about A1 and how the deal is, I'll work with you as long as we exclusively work together. You cannot work with A1. You cannot partner with A1 because A1's the enemy. I mean, this guy, I'm up here. He's kind of here, but he's not here. And for us to be here, he would need to be up here where I am. Shout out to Ford's Rocks. Oh, that was right out of her playbook. Now, I love how Apple Watts was over it. She realized, oh, so this feels like you're just using me to go after someone that you don't like. And it's very telling for, you don't really know me, so I am a stranger. You know him. Okay, you don't like him, and you know that I'm trying to work with him, so you're bad-mouthing him to me in an attempt to get me to flip on him when he was the one who was willing to go work with me just because he wanted to give me a shot. And you expect me to go and exclusively work with you? You expect me to go and join your parade, join this charade of not being loyal? You don't know me, so I am loyal. I am loyal. I'm a rider. I'm sorry you're not used to that, but here's how this works. Congratulations. Let your success continue to be your success. I'll just have to work a little bit harder. That's all that'll have to be. I'm going to go pop up out of here. Because even at one point, Rockstar was saying how, oh, A1, why are you going to work with someone who only has 2 syllables in his name? She said, well, I'm not the smartest apple in the bunch. But Rockstar's 2 syllables too, aren't they? And that's why I knew this was over. So she goes and leaves, and he goes and say, oh wow, A1 hit that already. I mean, she'd be mine if I hit that first. I'm thinking. So Rockstar, what are you here for? Are you just here for a check and giggles? Because if you are, that's fine. If you are. Now we see Bridget. She's opening up for K. Michelle. And of course, she sounds good. K. Michelle goes and she performs. And I said, okay, K. Okay, K. I like the song, but I definitely see how your body's holding you back because you should be able to be on the floor. You should be able to do that. Song is a turn up song, but you can't really turn up. You can kind of move your upper half, but that's as far as that goes. Now, K. Michelle's done. Paris is there to support her. Paris is not her assistant, just there to support. And I'm glad that she's there. I'm glad that their relationship is different. Why is Mama Lyrica dressed like... I feel like Mama Lyrica tried out for Empire Season 1. Because that confessional wig, I'm looking at this like, what the hell? Like, what? Who, what, where, when, why? Who, what, where, when, why? 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 And she's coming in there and she's fighting with security. You gotta let me go and talk to her. I need to go and deal with that woman. That woman's an abomination. How dare she go and try to spit stuff against my daughter? How can she do that? I said, did you pop something? Did you drink something? Because you're turning up in a crazy fashion. You are looking insane. Paris is trying to figure out what's going on there. K. Michelle said, come on, we friends again, right? Yeah, go out there and figure that out. Paris is talking to this woman. It's like, look, sorry, I'm not trying to find anyone's mother. What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? We didn't do anything to you. So now Ray J comes around the corner, and then Mom Lyrica said, wait, Ray J, I need your help. I just want to talk to her. She's going to spin this stuff to my daughter. This is so desperate. I said, what the? Ray J looking scared and terrified, and now he's talking to K. Michelle. They're joking around about Safaree and Safaree stuff, and they're talking about Safaree for a quick minute. In comes Moniece. She's pissed. She is pissed. She's pissed. And because she sees Ray J said, look, you know, it's cute. It's not cute what you did. Really, you throwing stuff at pregnant women. Moniece had a point. Your wife tried to do the whole sell my sex tape, tried to go and blackmail me, do all that stuff. And that's wrong. When I see him, I'm going to get her. I said, not while she's pregnant. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Boundaries. Boundaries. K. Michelle, even though she's cool at one side and cool at the other, she's here for the mess. And I said, so am I. So let's continue. It really doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go that far. Sidebar. If you didn't already, please go and look at my video. It's actually 2 videos that I did for my reaction to the On the Run tour with Beyonce, Jay-Z, Chloe and Halle, DJ Khaled, and special guests. Oh, best concert I've ever been to. I've only been to a handful, but oh, and I have some clips in the very end of the part 2 video, like the last 2 or 3 minutes of just me at the concert, some of the concert as well, just like 2 minutes worth, but still. Now, A1, he has to go, and his brother's there. His brother's there with his mother, and his brother's pissed because his brother is trying to figure out, so what happened to Floyd? Because Floyd is the person I could rock with. Floyd was the person who didn't wear the nail polish, whose hair was just regular, who didn't do all of this, who had respect for Mom. You kicked out Mom even though she was defending you. You kicked out Mom even though she was defending you and she is your mother. Where's your respect? You've changed. I mean, you don't come around us. You don't do this. You don't do that. I guess his brother's name's Lloyd. And Lloyd is over it. Lloyd is like, I'm the older brother. You're supposed to have respect. You trying to turn up on me? I could tell that he was ready to fight. It didn't take much because Lloyd was ready to go. First, he was going to throw a plate, but then he kind of stopped himself. And then we have A1 trying to jump over a table to get to his brother, who's clearly bigger. I mean, it took 3 security to go and hold down his brother. It took 1 security to go after A1. That alone, A1's trying to say, I'm doing things. I thought my family would be here to support me. Why would they support mess? Why would they support you doing these things that aren't right? It makes no sense. It doesn't make dollars, and it definitely doesn't make sense. And now his mother has to yell at him because he's doing too much. Ray J is sneaky. Ray J meets up with Safaree, and long story, very short, after going and joking around about the penis pic, the D pic, then he gets to the bottom of it. Did you sleep with Lyrica? And he tricks Safaree. He said, Lyrica, the reason why A1's blowing up is because Lyrica admitted it. Lyrica admitted that you guys did it. And he's like, come on, stop playing with me. You did it. You did it. You did it. Whatever it is, you did it. And he said, look, we were just hanging out. I was just flirting. One thing led to another. And Rachel was like, you weren't supposed to admit that. You were supposed to say, come on, man. That's not me. That's not my character. That's not what I'm going to do. I said, Safaree. I knew it. But Safaree, come on, man. I guess you learned from me and decided to, add it to your own playbook. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next time.